made it. And on time. I'm surprised. What's going on, everyone? I'm going to wait for the notifications to go out. I know that they take a little bit. On my iPad, I haven't even seen the notifications go out. But ladies and gentlemen, today's a sad, sad day. Well, rather, Sunday will be. Is it Sunday? I think so. As many of you guys know, hold on, let me see. Sunday. Sunday's the 19th. TikTok is going away. And that's how I'm going to start this live stream. Initially, I was against TikTok. I was one of those people that was like, nope, I'm way too mature for TikTok or whatever. You guys know. You know that person. That was me. I was like, nope, I don't need TikTok. Like, that's dumb. That's for kids. But then I fell into temptation, and now look at me. Like, sometimes just doomsday scrolling. And, like, I have mixed opinions about this TikTok ban. There's a lot to talk about. Thanks to everyone who's here early. Some of my main key points that I want to talk about. And by the way, sorry, before I forget, what was originally scheduled was the live premiere for my next band review, which is going to be the Milanese loops. Hint, hint. I don't know if I said that last time, but it's going to be on these suckers right here, revamped for the new titanium Apple Watch Series 10s, right? So we have 3 new colors. So that's coming up. But anyway, instead of that, I felt like it was kind of needed to have this topic and talk to you guys and ask, because I'm indifferent here. You know what I mean? What I do understand is 3 key points, right? Number 1, and that is that a lot of influencers who legitimately make their main source of income, sometimes even pay their rent through TikTok, and now that this platform is basically going to be snatched away from them, I mean, it's a big deal, right? So there's that already. Number 2, it's also that for a lot of people, I mean, TikTok was just like a way to just kind of, I don't know, de-stress or kind of mindlessly scroll. But therein lies the danger that for a lot of people, including myself, and again, this is where it's kind of mixed, I think this is going to positively impact me, right? Because even though I had a TikTok account and did have some somewhat moderately successful TikTok videos, by no means like was I viral or whatever, but still, TikTok was still there. But now, I mean, it's so weird to think that it's just gonna go away. But I do think ultimately it'll be a positive in my life, because there have been a few times where, like, let's say I'm outside of the gym getting ready to lift some weights, and then before you know it, I scrolled 20 minutes on TikTok, and now my mind just wasn't as focused. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect. And then finally, the other thing is the algorithms, right? So the U.S. government, their defense for all of this was for national security. And I mean, after all, guys, this is a Chinese company, right? So their algorithms, no one really knows the inner workings of their algorithms. And a lot of people know, especially if you're an avid TikTok user, you'll know how damn well those algorithms are, man. They learn you inside and out. I mean, obviously, not only are you scrolling, and depending on how much time you're on there, all of that's a factor, but also being a Chinese company, by these people, I mean TikTok and company, they know so much about you based off of your microphone, what you say, because as you guys know, all of our phones are listening to us, right? So their algorithm is just this thing that before this ban, they were asked if they wanted to sell their company to an American-owned business. But they said, absolutely not. We're not selling shit. And that's where it stands right now. Now, there's a few rumors here and there circulating that, President-elect Donald Trump, that he's going to kind of try to step in. But logistically, that does not make sense, because his buddy, right, Elon Musk, right there at the helm, like his right-hand man, he owns X, a competing social media network, right? So just always do a little bit of research. I know that these headlines, especially with the transition of power, which shout out democracy, right? This transition of power hopefully goes smoothly. And of course, we have a new administration coming in. But you just have to do your research, because all of this, there's a big motive, right? Like ultimately, these lawmakers that wanted to get TikTok removed, they have some interest in Meta. They have interest in whether it's Tesla, Elon Musk, SpaceX, or Twitter itself. TikTok ultimately is a rival competitor to X. And so what does this mean longevity-wise for these American companies like Google? Of course, Google owns YouTube. It means a lot of good things, right? This means that if you're an investor in Meta, in anything Elon Musk related, or if you're also invested in Google, this is good. And also, me as a YouTuber indirectly will more than likely get more eyes, which is why I'm gonna experiment a little. Whenever TikTok officially, now, okay, here's another thing. Let's talk about how the ban is gonna go into motion. Okay, so a lot of my Gen Zers will remember Flappy Bird, right? Y'all remember Flappy Bird? It was one of those apps that was extremely addicting and just took the whole world by storm, right? It went viral. Well, what happened, right? So they ended up taking it out of the App Store. Something about the owner or the creator, he just really wasn't really having it anymore. I forget. I completely forget. But Flappy Bird, nowadays, if you have like one of the original iPhone 4S's, that has the original version or whatever software version of Flappy Bird that it is, that can be worth thousands of dollars. So this is how it's going to go. Once this ban is effective on Sunday, that means that it would be illegal for any U.S. company to offer it for a download off of their app store, right? And so as you guys know, especially with Apple, there is no way, jailbreaking isn't even really that much of a thing anymore, but there is absolutely no way that you can download an app if it is not from the App Store. Now, of course, there's some people who could attempt to jailbreak, but in today's time, like, it's useless, like, it's pointless. It's a pointless endeavor, right? Now, these companies, Google, Apple, you think they're going to risk their reputation and livelihood by breaking the law? They're absolutely not. And again, it doesn't even serve their bottom line, because these companies are American. And remember, TikTok is a Chinese company. So there's just a lot of kind of geopolitics involved when it comes to that. For America's interest, having Meta, Google, and Samsung is a South Korean company, but, they also have the Samsung store and whatnot. But this will all indirectly benefit all of these companies, and which is why, if you're an investor, again, Google and Meta will benefit from this. So more than likely what's going to happen is on Sunday, it's going to be no new devices are going to be able to download TikTok anymore, right? So if you haven't already, go ahead and download TikTok if you haven't already, right? Because what's going to happen is going past Sunday, it will no longer be available for download, nor will you be able to update it, right? So like with all applications, if you don't regularly upgrade, bugs eventually will arise, right? Because you have to keep optimizing like your server load. You have to keep optimizing your algorithms. You have to keep working on balancing out that application on the back end. And that's something that a lot of people don't even really think about. Vicente here on chat right now can probably tell us a little bit more about how much it costs and how much manpower it needs to maintain an application. But yeah, that's going to be a problem, because after like 2 or 3 or 4 months, these bugs are eventually going to start to arise. And again, it's not on the App Store anymore, so it's not going to be supported, and therefore you're not going to have any more updates. So eventually, this is just literally a dying app. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen, right? So it's just going to die a slow, gruesome death. And eventually it's going to be so unstable that majority of users won't even be able to use the application as intended. And then, of course, there's already the consequence that creators, what incentive do you as a creator have to upload content if you're even able to, right? Because that's kind of still up in the air. Maybe initially, yeah, you still might be able to upload, or maybe not. We never know. But what would be the point of uploading to a dying company, or a dying application rather, because it kind of was shot dead, if you will. Ooh, I don't know if that's one of those words I'm not supposed to say on YouTube. If so, I'm sorry. Yeesh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if after this I get an email from YouTube. We shall see. Sorry, okay? But anyway, I haven't interacted much here with the chat. Hold on. Let me go ahead and catch up. So, Esther Madrigal says, is TikTok really going away? Yes, it is. Jerry Aguirre, Mr. Jerry Ear, what's going on, man? Jenna Rose with the I'm here, Juan with the H, nice pronunciation. Gareth Mallory, what's up, bro? Nice to see you as always. Nice to see you. I really was not expecting to come on stream today. Today was supposed to be a premiere, but with the whole news, because I don't know, the media, of course, like I've been known this, right? Like I've known that TikTok was going to shut down on the 19th for like quite a while. But again, the media controls the narrative. So it's not until recently that the media has been starting to kind of, publish stories of TikTok going away. And us, the consumers, right? Because on these social media sites, we are the product, right? Our eyes are the product. Now everyone's coming to terms that like, oh, damn, this is happening this weekend. Just crazy work was going on right now. Jenna says, I need Juan to tutor me in Calc 2. I do offer tutoring services. For Calculus 2, though, it might be, not pricey, but, you can get with me. And if you want to hire me, then absolutely. Aaron says, I'm here, the Juan and only Aaron. Nice. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for making it. I really do appreciate the thumbs up. Jenna Rose, am the Juan and only Jenna. Juan Remus saying, what's up, brother? Dude, Juan, how have you been? Dude, it's been a minute, Tocayo. Gareth Mallory with the Milanese band video. Did I miss it? No, you have not. So, well, I've uploaded the Milanese band for the Ultras. I did upload that one. That's this one right here. And as a matter of fact, I'm wearing my black titanium Milanese band on my Ultra right now. That's what I'm rocking. But no, this will be the Milanese one for the Series 10s. And I was planning on doing a premiere for it. But with the TikTok craze and everything happening, and the thing is like I said earlier, maybe you joined a little later. I mentioned it right at the very beginning. My nephews, I spent time with them. I did not have enough time to go out and film. We had snow and ice here in North Georgia anyway, so my porch still kind of sort of was a little slippery. And yeah, so that's what it is. But that Milanese band review should be up either tomorrow or Friday. But this is why we're doing this right now, because this TikTok thing is kind of crazy. Okay, I did want to touch up a little bit on, again, the creators who are now going to lose some income stream. Or really, this was just the platform for Gen Z and millennials to really kind of make a name for themselves, right? Whatever it is that you did, you could capitalize on it. Literally whatever you can think of, right? You got your podcast side of TikTok. You got your cooking side of TikTok. You got your gambling side of TikTok. You got your gaming side of TikTok. You got your pet side of TikTok. I'm on cat TikTok. I love cats, okay? So, again, literally TikTok was this just one outlet where no matter what it is that you do, whether you do guitar covers or whether you travel and you vlog, you always had an audience, because just about everyone is on TikTok. Obviously not everyone, but its reach was just so immense, right? And not only that, but that algorithm. It's that algorithm that just learns you so well. And not only that, but it keeps you on that application. They are tremendously good at having people stick around and have their eyes glued to their phone screen. Like, it's insane, right? But that's just, I don't even know, because I've been seeing like on Twitter and also on TikTok itself of just creators like literally kind of going through a midlife crisis, because again, for many people, this was like maybe their extra side hustle that maybe brought them in that extra $500 that they so desperately needed for like the necessities. The economy right now still isn't in the best shape ever. Like, stuff is still pricey, right? So like, there were a lot of creators on the up and coming that were starting to make, $300, $400 at the end of every month. And hey, that helps. That's an extra $400 in these people's pockets, right? They could spend it on their kids. They could spend it on themselves. They could spend it on whatever it is, right? And now that's just gone, right? And again, this is where I'm going back to, this is an interesting time. I'm going to experiment a little, and I'm going to upload some shorts to YouTube and to Instagram Reels and just kind of see, right? Just kind of analyze things, because what is the natural conclusion for once TikTok isn't supported any longer? People are either going to find an alternative, or they're just going to stop doing it altogether, right? So like, even if let's just say 50% of TikTok users, right, migrate over to, like, let's say YouTube Shorts, or we're talking like Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels, right? That 50% comprises thousands, if not more than for sure, millions and millions and millions of people, right? So again, the algorithm, maybe you guys can back me up on this one, maybe not. But the algorithms on Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels, they're just not the same. They do not compare with the algorithm of TikTok. It's so tantalizing, man. Like, the tentacles that TikTok has to be able to keep you on their platform is insane. Okay, another topic that I wanted to talk to again today as a wild card is crypto right now is booming, and XRP reached an all-time high. So while I go over the live chat, Vicente, because I see that you're on here right now, tell us a little bit about, because I know you're excited. You were watching the charts earlier when you snapped me. How do you feel about XRP hitting new all-time highs? It's really exciting. This is an exciting time. Aldo Bautista says, what time the sesh at, though? Wait, what sesh? Talk to me, because you're over there in Mexico right now, so what you talking about? Vicente says, but Meta does that already. They would sell our data in a heartbeat for profit. Yes, you're absolutely right. I agree with you. Vicente, if you have an Android, you can still download it from Chinese APK apps. Only Google Store and Apple Store in America won't have it. That makes sense because of the Android and like the Samsung stuff, right? Technically, it's a whole different country. But see, then again, this is just like a lot of people, man, Vicente, like, we're tech nerds, man. A lot of people want the very straightforward, right? And on top of that, it's more than just finding a way to access it, because now you have all these extra steps and certain people aren't included, i.e. like iPhone users, right? Google Play users, they're not included. And that's the whole thing. It's just the popularity of the app and the eyes and the market share is just not going to be there anymore. So it's going to be a dying app. Its days are numbered. That's just what it is. Vicente, in China, 33% of the world will probably still use it, and other countries that don't have it banned, so it'll still be alive for a while, just not in the U.S. But we can agree that so many channels on TikTok, their biggest audience comes from Americans. I mean, Americans, we already are big on consumerism, right? And so, like, we were the consumers, our eyes were the consumers, and now all of this, it's just crazy to think that like this actually happened. Like, it's just insane. It's all about the geopolitics. It's about money at the end of the day. Our government will say it's because they are looking out for us. Shut the hell up. No, you are not. The government does not care about its people. Let's be completely honest, right? Like, that's not the reason why it got shut down. There's a myriad of reasons of why it did, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is money, right? So that's what it is, point blank. If you haven't figured it out by now, that's just kind of how companies work, right? There's a lot of pettiness in geopolitics, but Vicente is right. Other countries outside of the U.S. Are still going to be able to download it, but how many creators are in America? Like, some of the biggest TikTok followings come from American channels. So this is just crazy times. Juan Remes, celebrating my 30th birthday today, brother. Yo, Juan, man, happy birthday. Chat, can we go ahead and give my longtime childhood friend Juan Remes a big ol' happy birthday, bro? That's incredible, man. Cheers to you. I mean, I'll probably drink like a beer to you this weekend, or I don't know, but I will toast to you at some point. And man, congrats to your 30th birthday party, or 30th birthday. What a blessing, man. I mean, I remember, sometimes it's crazy to think about how life works, but Juan, I remember being 15 years ago, and we were like in some math class, and me and you would like be sitting next to each other, and like we'd be helping each other out on assignments. One day maybe I wanted to slack off and nap, and so you would take over, and then the next day it'd be me type shit, you know what I mean? So, oh my God, like, Juan, happy birthday, man. That brings a big smile to my face. I unfortunately have, a good handful of friends that I can maybe count on two hands that sadly aren't with us anymore, right? And so that's crazy to think because, I mean, I'm 29, and so it's awful to know the fact, but that is what life is. Some of my comrades from school, some of my cohort, my friends, they're just not with us anymore, man. So, like, hey, the fact that you reached 30, it's one of the biggest blessings. You guys know how I feel about life. I'm just very appreciative. I like living, and I love living in the moment. And so happy birthday, Juan. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, brother. Hopefully you have many, many, many more years to come, bro. Thanks for sharing that with us. Vicente, they'll have TikTok in Mexico. That is very true. So Mexicans, for the most part, hey, y'all good. And if anything, I mean, I don't know how the scene on TikTok will be like internationally. I feel like what'll end up happening with TikTok is they're just going to have to take the L on their biggest consumer base, which is Americans. But I feel like it's going to become like a WhatsApp situation where, like, realistically in Latin America, most of Asia and Europe, everyone uses WhatsApp, and in Africa too, right? Everyone uses WhatsApp, especially in Latam. But if you ask your average American, like, yo, hit me up on WhatsApp, I'm be like, what? What you mean hit you up on WhatsApp, bro? I don't have that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Some users do, but the majority of people I know here in the United States, nah, like, WhatsApp isn't like a big app. But go to Mexico, especially Ciudad de Mexico, and it's almost like obligated that you have a WhatsApp account. I mean, businesses out there, they advertise like their business through WhatsApp. So, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what's going to end up happening with TikTok, sadly. Jenna, I'm poor, dog. Do it out of love, por favor. I might be able to do it in exchange for, like, Takis, I guess. You know what I mean? But you got to understand, Calc 2 is a very complicated subject. That's when you're going to start learning about double integration. You're also going to have a lot of derivatives that you're going to have to learn. You're going to have a lot of, well, no, that wouldn't be called Calc 2. I was going to say partial derivatives, but I remember taking a class specifically on that. Essentially, it was Calc 4, and it was on partial derivatives. So, yeah, good luck, Jenna. Calc 2 is not for the faint of heart. Vicente, are we getting some more snow and ice next week, too? No, we're not. Stop saying that. I mean, I get it, like, I'm Hispanic and my family comes from Mexico, so, like, it really doesn't snow over there. Not all that much. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, but rarely. Rarer than Georgia, that is, right? So, being here in North Georgia, I mean, sometimes we go 5, 6, 7 years without seeing any snow. So, whenever we do get it, I get it. It's fun. But I hate the icy conditions. It's the ice on the road, and then everyone, like, forgets how to drive whenever it snows because they're just so, like, busy being immersed in the snow. And I get it. It looks beautiful. Like, it's exactly what you'd imagine snowfall to be, but it's just tough out here. The ice, and then the drivers, man, the accidents that happen, they're inevitable. Gareth, remember you promised to show Black Ultra Milanese Loop on Natural Watch. Oh, gotcha. So the Black Ultra Milanese Loop on the Natural Watch. Let me see if I have my Natural Watch, because Gareth, you're absolutely right. I did promise, but where is my I don't think I have it here. Okay, my brother. So look, tell you what, I do. That's weird though, because I have the Natural Ultra Band right here, but where's the Ultra Watch? It might be actually in my closet in one of my boxes. So Gareth, I got you, bro. I got you. So in one of these videos, actually in the I'm gonna have a special comparison video of the Ultra Milanese versus the standard Series 10 Milanese, and I promise you in that video, I got you. That's a perfect opportunity to showcase that combination anyway. So Gareth, I got you. I will not forget, and that video is going to be the one right after the Milanese band review, just FYI. It's going to be a head-to-head comparison. The Louis D, what's up, Juan? Been a minute. Great sport band vid. Thank you, the Louis D. Nice to see you. It has been a minute, as I stated there on that video. I'm back. I'm very excited. Just kind of needed to step away. There was just a lot going on in my life. I was vacationing, Q4, so my job was extremely busy, just spending time with family and nephews. And then I got sick, of course, over the, I think it was before Thanksgiving. So it was just, I blinked and now it's 2025, but here we are. Thank you for your comment, by the way. I love that you loved the video. Vicente says, I think that XRP is going up a bit too fast. It's not healthy. Makes me a bit scared. XRP might crash. Most of the momentum is coming from the SEC versus Ripple ending, but if appeal happens, it may pull. I got you. Yes, we're wishing Mr. Juan Remez a happy birthday. I love to see that. Thank you, Vicente and Jenna, the Louis D. Juan Remez. And then Vicente does say, I have noticed that the price tends to spike up when Japan hours open, so around 6 p.m. our time. It would be messed up if Gary Gensler appeared as one more act revenge for leaving the office. I don't know, man. Let me actually check the price action right now. Vicente, I meant to tell you and everyone watching, Litecoin is this underrated cryptocurrency that a lot of people have forgotten about. During the original Doge craze back in like 2020, Litecoin was one of like the big ones. If you look at their 5-year chart, look at that. And by the way, the all-time high right there on May 7th, 2021 was $388 per Litecoin. Now, I have a small position, but I'm up at least 16% on it already. So not financial advice, but consider Litecoin. But let me look at actually XRP. Okay, so it did hit that double top and then it went down a lot, but it's kind of recovered. It's hovering around $3 right now. And my position on XRP is up 26%. So not bad. I mean, 26% in that short amount of time is really, really good. Vicente says, but we will see what happens because Trump is going to add some crypto items when he comes in. So we'll see what happens to XRP and crypto. Yes, you're right. We're just going to have to wait and see. Gareth, Juan moment. You have so many watches you don't remember where they are. Dude, that is so a Juan moment. Like I'm telling you, even my coworkers at work, they make fun of me for it because they're like, I remember one time my manager, Frank, was like, wait, so like, do you rent or like, how do you get all these Apple Watches? I'm like, I have them. They're like, they're yours. I'm like, yes. And you have all of them. And I'm like, yeah, I have all of them. And he just laughed and walked away. He's like, dude, you're too bougie. But yeah, so like, look, I mean, I have my Series 7 stainless steel series. Wait, I already said that. Stainless steel Hermes Series 7 right here. And that's because I've been filming I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison of the stainless steels versus the Series 10 brushed titanium. So that's going to be a separate video. But yeah, I have this one right here. I have a few bands over here. So I have this. I have the Mexico band right here. There's Mexico. But yeah, most of my watches are on the other side of the table. But that's so funny. Vicente, I know Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, Trump, and XRP lawyer have been meeting regularly these past few days. We shall see what happens. I mean, more than likely, this all should be going up, right? I mean, hopefully, that's the plan. Gareth, by the way, really, how many watches you own? So, Gareth, good question. A lot. So, I have both Ultras, so that's 2. I have the titanium, gold, and regular, so that's 4. I have the pink Series 10 and the jet black Series 10, that's 6. I own the Hermes edition space black and regular stainless steel, so that's 8. Then I have the Starlight, the Midnight. What other color do I have? The 2 titanium, the natural, like the Series 8 titaniums, that's 12. I think I have the product red 13, the blue 14. I believe I have my Series 3 still 15. Am I missing another color? Silver 16 or 17, however many. For sure more than 15. So let's put it at that. More than 15, which is crazy. Vicente says, is that an Apple Watch or a Digivice? Nah, this is an Apple Watch right here, gangnam. It's an Apple Watch. Oh yeah, and then look, here's the titanium, or actually this is stainless steel, but this is the new Milanese band for the new Series 10s. And the way that you know that, the camera probably won't be able to pick up on it, but probably not. But right there at the end of the buckle, you can see that it says 46 millimeters, and that gives it away right away, because if you didn't know, 46 millimeters only reserved for the Series 10s. But all right, ladies and gents, I wanted to make this one a little quick and just kind of brush over about what's happening with TikTok. Enjoy it while you can. If you're American and if you live in the United States, then these are the last few days of TikTok running as a fully fledged operating app. After Sunday, that support stops, and it'll eventually die a slow death, like I mentioned. So, all right, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed this live stream. It was nice seeing you guys. For my band lovers, yes, be on the lookout for tomorrow or Friday. Instead of doing it today, I wanted to do my live stream, which I don't know. I kind of felt like being on the live stream a little bit more than like just kind of just scripting and whatnot. So I wanted to be a little bit social. I guess you could say my social battery's a little higher right now. But anyway, all of this to say, please take care. Hope everyone has a rockin' rest of their week. I know it's Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are in the world, or if you're watching the replay tomorrow. But in any case, shout out to Vicente for the knowledge on XRP. I do appreciate that, man. And with that, I'm clocking out. I'll catch you all real soon. Dang, TikTok. Sad. Whew.